Reactions have been trailing the recent pronouncement made by the Edo State Governor, Godwin Obaseki, that without proof of vaccination, there will not be access to public places, including churches, mosques, banks, and event centers. Our correspondent in Benin City, Nafisat Bello, completes the story.
Speaking with some religious leaders in Benin City on the state government's new directive on COVID-19, the chairman, Edo State Youth Wing of the Christian Association of Nigeria, CAN, Pastor Phil Aroje, and Pastor Prince Will Aimionogo of Christ Apostolic Church, say though the governor meant well for residents in the state by making efforts to get them to take the COVID-19 vaccination seriously, the approach should be looked into.
It certainly will not do anyone good that churches are locked and banks are shut, mosques are locked because of vaccination. That has never happened, and I think the governor will have to consult more and rethink it. If you actually listen to his statement on that Monday, the 23rd of August, he said may not. He didn't say you shall not. He said may not. So I think he will have to rethink it. We are the leaders of the churches.
I quite understand the sentiment of the governor. He has good intentions to protect the people of Edo State from COVID attack. But nevertheless, his approach is not going to be accepted by the people. To deprive people from place of worship, and that without a COVID vaccination is not by force. Even in medical practice, a patient can decide not to take a drug. It is the wish of a person to either take or not take.
This Islamic scholar, Malam Abdul Rashid Jatu, on his part, advised on the need for the state government to carry along the various religious leaders as they are closer to the people.
I want to suggest that the government, further engage with the religious leaders because they are closer to the hearts of the people, so to say. The government should engage them, while the religious leaders now in turn engage with their followers. If it is done that way, I'm sure we'll get a better result. Because as it is now, the government has said, if I heard it correctly, that to enter the churches and mosques and some other places like banks, one has to show evidence of vaccination. For places like bank, it may work, but for mosques and churches, I doubt whether it will work. It may be counterproductive.
They, however, in one voice, called for creation of more awareness on the importance of taking the vaccine rather than doing what they termed forceful vaccination by the government.
I just took a census in our church service today. How many of you want to be vaccinated? Maybe like 2%. So that's where the persuasion have to come in. I am the leader of the youth wing of CAN and PFN in Edo State. I am not going to be able to force my church members to take the vaccine. If I find any reason why they should take the vaccine, as I've been convinced by the government, is to persuade them. I'm not going to force anybody to take the vaccine because nobody is going to force me to take the vaccine.
I feel the governor should gear his energy in trying to educate, convince the people of the need for us to adhere to the solution over COVID-19, not to enforce by way of saying if you don't take the COVID vaccination, you cannot have access to the bank, cannot have access to the place of worship and what have you. The approach is not a welcome development for the people.
The Edo State Governor, Godwin Obaseki, last week Monday, while flagging off the second phase of the COVID-19 vaccination exercise, announced plans to make it compulsory for residents to take the vaccine and present the vaccination certificate as tickets to gain access to public places. Nafisa Bello, reporting for Clearview Television.